bet he knows what's the matter.
The properties of matter.
Welcome to our wonderful and amazing world of matter. Look carefully at the mountains and the trees. See the waves in the ocean rolling in and out on the beach. Look at all the buildings and homes. Your classroom. Your desk and all the things you keep inside. Look at the person next to you. Everything you see in the world is made of matter. Some things we can't see are made of matter too. But what is matter?
Matter. It's all the stuff in our world. Now, I cook up matter here in my kitchen every day.
Matter? We came in for lunch.
John and Becca, lunch is matter. Did you know that everything in this room is matter? Even you and me. This chopping block, it's matter. These spoons, matter. This stool, it's matter. Go ahead, sit down. It's solid. Now, most of the matter in this kitchen are objects.
Objects? What are objects?
Things that you can see or touch are called objects. All of the objects in this room are matter.
What about this pan?
Matter.
And glass?
Matter.
Stove?
Matter.
Ceiling?
Matter, matter, matter. All the things that you can see. And some you can't see everywhere are matter.
But all matter is not the same.
Ah, now you're cooking. Using our eyes is one way of telling things apart, and seeing is one of our senses. We have 5 senses to help us learn about our world. Seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, feeling. We use our 5 senses to tell about objects. Let me give you an example. You see a baby animal. You touch its soft fur. You hear it whimper. You know it's a puppy. When we use our 5 senses to tell about or describe something, we are naming the properties of that thing. How things look, how they sound, how they smell, feel, and taste are its properties.
I smelled a skunk last night. Is that smell a property of a skunk?
You're on the scent now. The stinky smell of a skunk is just one of a skunk's properties. How else can we tell a skunk from another animal?
A skunk is black and white. A skunk could be about the size of a
each of you to taste this cake. Then I will ask you to name a property of the cake I baked. Becca.
It's sweet.
Indeed. John, another property?
It's soft to chew. It's brown. And it tastes like chocolate.
It's my favorite. Now, do all foods have the same properties?
No.
Let's look at the properties of some other food.
This oatmeal feels mushy. These potato chips sound crunchy. This ice cream feels smooth and cold. These strawberries are bright red. The candy bar is a rectangle shape, and it feels bumpy on top.
So, did all these foods look the same?
No, they're different sizes, shapes, and colors.
Right. Let's check the matter can.
The matter can?
The matter can.
What do you mean the matter can?
Because matter can be big or small, heavy or light, soft or hard, rigid or bendable, and hot or cold. Matter can be different and alike at the same time.
Huh?
These spools of ribbon have the same shape, but their color is different. The ball and the toothpick are the same color.
But the ball is round and big, and the toothpick is small and thin.
Now you're getting it. Does this matter belong with this matter or this matter? And why does it matter? Well, knowing about the properties of matter helps us to make sense of our world. Now, it's time to bring out the Matter Analyzer.
What's that?
It's a tool. It helps us to measure the properties of matter.
Hey, my mom uses a tape measure like this to see how tall I am. Is that what you mean by tool? When I go to the doctor, I stand on a scale to see how heavy I am. When I didn't feel good at school, the office people checked my temperature with the thermometer.
Ah, yes. Well, some of these tools might be found in your own homes. Some tools help us to see matter better, like microscopes and telescopes. Some tools help us to measure matter. This is a balance scale. A balance scale helps us measure how much matter is in an object. I'm going to put a carrot on one side of the scale, and I'm going to put a kiwi on the other side. Which object do you think has more matter in it? I'll give you a hint. One side of the scale is going to go down further than the other one.
That's too easy. The kiwi, of course.
You're right. That was too easy. Now, let's measure the amount of matter that's in that kiwi. With the kiwi on one side of the scale, I'm going to put blocks on the other side. And we're going to stop adding blocks when both sides are about the same. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The kiwi has as much matter as 9 cubes. Therefore, we can say that this side of the scale has as much matter on it as this side.
But why does it matter?
You'll see why. Let's compare this kiwi to this bigger ball. Now, which one do you think has more matter? Are you surprised? The kiwi has more matter. But why? Let's look inside.
There's more stuff, more matter inside.
There's a special word we use when we're talking about how much matter an object has in it. It's called mass. The kiwi has more mass than the tennis ball. Let's find out how much more with our special tools for measuring matter. They're called grams. Scientists have already figured out how much matter is in each one.
The small one says 10 grams.
That means the amount of matter in it is 10 grams. The bigger one has 50 grams of matter in it. Let's measure the mass of our kiwi. Tell me when to stop.
Stop. They're even.
Okay, let's add up all the grams to see how much matter is in this kiwi. 50 plus 20 plus 10 plus 5 plus 2 plus 2 equals 89 grams. The mass of the kiwi is 89 grams. Now, the tennis ball. 50 plus 10 plus 1 equals 61 grams. We can say that there are 61 grams of matter in the tennis ball. All matter has mass. It's one of the most important properties of matter. And the more matter an object has, the greater its mass. Take a closer look at the balance scale. The elephant has more mass than the dog. The grown-up has more mass than the young child. A car has more mass than a bike. Now look around this kitchen. Everything is taking up space. This refrigerator, the hot plate, the popcorn, the sink, these chairs, you on them.
All of this is matter, and all of it is taking up space.
So, we've seen that matter has many different properties. It can be alike and different, but it always has mass and takes up space.
All this measuring of mass is making me hungry.
But girls, here are your matter menus.
Solid, liquid, gas. I just want a hot dog.
A solid. You see, matter also has different forms. It can be a solid, a liquid, or a gas. At your request, we will start with solids. Take this board, for instance. It has a shape that stays the same. It has its own size, too. If I take a solid object like this board and place it inside a container, it still has the same shape and size. It doesn't change its shape by itself. Someone would have to cut it, break it, or bend it to change its shape. Now, which of these objects can we bend? Good job. Now, could the wire do that by itself?